Link track skip the awesome dash edit awesome cancel restart pause but return end stream the main region.
Awesome sauce. Wow, I can work the controls with that man in the chair every now and then. Like, holy crap, man.
Is that good? That sounds good.
Yeah. This is Awesome Sauce Radio. I am your host, Blind Adam Wonders, the comic pimp.
You took a pause there like you weren't sure what your name was.
I don't have it written down at the moment.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. This is the special guest for this evening.
Hi.
She is the lovely, the talented.
I'm all right.
Amazing Miss Whitney Morgan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I can't
meaning guys like you and everybody listening. I'm including everyone.
Nice. And to everyone listening, thank you very much. How are things in Florida this beautiful evening?
It's actually quite delightful. We've had fairly nice weather. Actually got to wear boots today, and I got to wear a sweater yesterday. It won't last for long.
Yeah, we are warming up here in Jersey now. We're still, I think we're finally getting out of that April period of where it's 31 day, 50 the next. 31 day, 50 the next. I think we're going to get some nice weather for once.
We had maybe 2 of those days the entire winter, whatever you want to call it, if you even want to call it winter in Florida.
Yeah, winter's in Florida.
Yeah, it does. It's not really a thing. I'm okay with that. I like a good fall.
Falls are awesome.
Touche.
So how have things been since the last time we talked?
I think the last time I saw you, I kicked you in your nether regions.
That you did. You did blast my nutsack into an. Well, actually, no, you were gentle. Compared to Autumn Bedell, you were actually quite gentle.
I only hurt the people I don't like.
No, you. That last shot she did with the full heel is what did me in.
Wait, she went the heel route, so she turned around and kicked you from like behind?
It was just like I wasn't compared. It was the first time I ever got ball blasted.
You did really well. You did really, really well. I'm proud. I didn't think you were going to be able to handle that. Most people who say I can do this, I like it, I can stand it, they can't. 99.9% of them can't.
I had that talent to my little brother growing up.
As a family affair.
Yeah, he loved kicking me there as a little kid. And I'll never forget it. One time I had to be about 15. He had to be about 5 or 6. And he just went up with his sneakers on and kicked me so hard that I almost bled.
Now, Adam, this could be a whole new endeavor in your talent industry pool is you could start being male talent as far as getting ball busted because it's a very, very small pool of guys who can handle it. Most of the time, if they could only handle like two kicks or so, they just don't make it in the industry. But you made it hardcore. So that maybe this is the new route you're going. Femdom videos.
And later on that night, I took 3 more for a jackass porn parody that I filmed.
Well, damn. See?
And I wanted to get it done at another event, which will stay nameless, but I was told by the head of that event, "Hell's no, that's not happening."
What event was it?
It was ABN's.
They wouldn't let. Oh yeah, they would. Was that this last one or the one before when we were like?
It was the one before where all the
I was like, nah. I'm like, they're yelling at us for even having nipples on our photos and DVD covers. Yeah, they're not gonna let you get kicked in the nuts.
Yeah, that's the one where I went to Blake Blossom, and she's like, I was worried about a blind person who wanted me to kick him in the balls. Was that you?
Yeah, I'm like, is this like a crime?
Yeah, because then
I'm abusing the disabled. I'm gonna get arrested. You are gonna lead to me getting arrested. It'll be your fault.
That's when because I went to the Cox model booth. Shout out to Connor and Flint and the guys, and they're just like, nah, they're not gonna let you do that. And then Flint is just like, I think you're crazy. Why are you letting girls kick you in the balls?
Why not?
And then we had a nice it was a nice little catch up, which was nice. And then I tried to hook up with people last year last October at Exotica, but I was running around with chicken without a head.
So I heard.
I had to go to my best friend Forever's 50th birthday party during that weekend too.
You found the New Jersey Exotica always seems to fall on like bad dates.
That's why I'm so happy about this year, because it falls on nothing for me.
Yeah, it's the weekend before Halloween, so technically you're not gonna miss out on like Halloween plans. Years past, when they do it the weekend after Halloween, they always do it on my dad's birthday. I'm like, this is bullshit. And has it ever fallen on actual Halloween, or they
no, I don't ever in the 15-16 years that has happened.
I'm kind of 50-50 with that, because like it would be cool to be like, do like a trick-or-treating kind of event there where we're giving out porno.
That would be amazing.
I've dressed up before, like, Halloween costumes. So I mean, but we do that shit anyways. It doesn't matter what day of the year we dress.
Exactly. I am going to ask Kitty Quinn's question from Twitter or X or whatever the fuck it's calling itself nowadays.
I don't believe it was Kitty herself. I believe, unless she did pipe in something since then, I believe it was one of her submissives, slaves,
okay, but
retweet slaves.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
Okay.
We need to elaborate.
Yeah, basically, back during the Demon Seed Radio days, you and Bobby.
They had a whole Twitter war going on, and they just dropped it all on board with it. Like, come on, guys.
Also, there was like a 4-episode arc. There was a Twitter war. We had a debate.
And it just fizzled the fuck out.
Exotica about this.
See, I say there are subcategories of sandwiches. Sure, you have your typical 2 pieces of bread, your meat, veggies, whatever, condiments in there, 2 open pieces. But then you have subcategories like a submarine sandwich. A sub is a sandwich, right?
Yes.
And a hot dog is basically kind of a smaller sub with less stuff in it, right?
After thinking about this and screwing around with assistant AI who all agree with us, to the point where it's being like, how like the Echo Dot would just become a smartass with certain things.
I miss when Siri was more of a smartass. They like tweaked it. I guess too many people complained.
I miss the days when you could ask Siri find me a prostitute, and it would just start saying things.
Or where can I hide a dead body? And she'd give you like local landfills. And I'm like, high five, AI.
Oh yeah, no, it's all boring now. But yeah, I think a hot dog is a sandwich.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, there's subcategories of it. You have your traditional sandwich, and then other things fall under an umbrella, like a bao. A bao is an Asian taco. Now, is a taco a sandwich? You're still getting bread product, meat, and condiments in there, and a vegetable.
Vegetables.
All the makeups of a sandwich.
That's true.
I rest my case.
Yeah, so do I. And
is a corn dog a sandwich?
A corn dog.
Come here, baby. My child's gonna make it.
Is that? Hey, kitty.
He ain't here yet. There he is. Now you're gonna try again. I'm like, come here, baby.
Okay, here, buddy. Hello.
He's like, fuck this. What is this? This is my number one child, Taco.
Aw.
It's like, Mom, you left the door cracked. I ran in.
He's like, yeah, the door is cracked. Why she's on camera for once? Let's check this out.
Oh, he opened it up the other night when I was filming. I don't even know how. I was like, can't yell at you.
Yeah, like I said, other humans are in the house now, so my cat will just ignore me now.
Yeah, true. I'm all alone now.
He's like, okay, my favorite humans here, fuck the fat blind one.
Their favorite human is the human that's gonna feed them.
See, if I go out to get snacks later, he'll be following me up and down the hallway.
Oh, absolutely, because you got snacks.
Tender vittles, yeah. Tender vittles, kitty snack.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yep. Cats are all. I'm. I miss my puppy, but I'm getting used to being a cat household now.
I love both. I would give anything to have a dog, but having people over here constantly to shoot, touring, conventions, not being home. Cats are just so much easier to take care of and are pretty You're gonna leave me now? Thanks. Bye. They're extremely self-sufficient.
I'm thinking down the road of getting a seeing eye dog.
You should. Absolutely.
Like I said, just
surprised you haven't.
It's more of like as someone who's been fighting blindness since the age of 14. It's that last little hump where it totally becomes real at that point.
But see, you're not really doing it because of the blindness act. You're doing it because you have a cooler dog then that's better trained.
Exactly.
You're using the blindness as a crutch to get into the cooler, well-trained dog. Think of it that way.
See, I like that. The thing is with a seeing eye dog, the relationship you build with that dog is 10 times more intense than you would with a regular pet.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I've seen friends of mine in the blind community that when
they become part of you.
Yeah, I've seen people mourn their seeing eye dogs worse than mourning a spouse.
I see that with a lot of animals and people because due to the innocence of an animal, their unconditional love, no spite, no revenge, they are always happy to see you, whereas a child, a spouse, not all the time. They're going to do spiteful, shitty things. Cats might do some spiteful, shitty things, but not enough for you.
Yeah, I thank you for the advice during our emails. I'm going to try some of that because my cat discovered that he prefers the walls to the scratching posts.
Any citrus oil you can get, just like aromatherapy oil or like a cleaning solution that's going to be like that's okay for them to be around. Cats do not like the smell of citrus. And if you rub any like catnip on the scratch pads, it draws them to that more so. And then they affiliate the catnip and the playtime and the high they get from the catnip or towards the scratch pads. So hopefully they'll gravitate, or he will gravitate more to the scratch pads. And always keep the nails trimmed super short.
Yeah, that's we were learning that the hard way too. After I had to one day, my mother screaming at the top of her lungs, "Adam, help me with the cat!"
It's a nightmare.
Running outside, the cat had its claws lodged on my mother's back.
Yeah, they do that. I had one slice.
To a point where it took me 5 minutes to get Alex's socks out without hurting my mother or the cat.
They can be little jerks.
So yeah, I've noticed that sometimes. So what are you gonna be a fetish con this year?
Yes. I did my registration like 2 weeks ago, and I don't think they've posted me yet, but hopefully they will. But yes, I only live like 2 hours from the venue, so I really have zero excuse not to go.
One of these years, I want to make it.
I highly recommend it. Like, out of all the conventions, it's the one that I have the most fun at. Everybody's like a big happy family, a lot more sightseeing and fun, different, interesting things, and classes and seminars and crazy pool parties. And since it's a hotel takeover, once you get through the lobby, there's just nothing but kink people. There's rules definitely, but it's a lot more open than you're going to get at the other conventions that, randomly you could be having a family staying down the hall from you.
Oh, that reminds me that one year at Exotica that Sunday they had some type of high school band checking in as the Exotica people were checking out.
Yep. There was something else not DC. Which one was it? Maybe it was Jersey. Could have been one of them. Not this last year had something going on simultaneously. It was like, oh, that's odd.
There was like 2 years back where the National Federation for the Blind of the state of New Jersey had their convention at the same weekend as Exotica. And everyone at Exotica goes to me, "Are you at the right convention? Are you looking for that convention?"
Fuck you, dicks. Yeah, I'm at the right convention.
And I'm like in my head. So I didn't know it was happening for like that for that most of that for a little bit during that Saturday. So I texted a friend of mine, who's the vice president at the NFB. I'm like, are you guys having the state convention this weekend? I'm like, are you guys doing it in the same area as Exotica? They're like, what's Exotica?
What's Exotica?
And I'm like, it's the porn convention that I'm always talking about.
You know what I wish the Donald E. Stevens one with up in Chicago would do is, since I believe there's three convention halls in there. Yep. Pretty sure it's 3. I wish that they would have other conventions, like, there would be some sort of communication going on, and they would have conventions that kind of all overlapped in some way, shape, or form at the same time. Like, there have been times a couple years ago, the Tattoo Villain Arts conventions happened the exact same weekend. I mean, that was a perfect crossover for me, being heavily tattooed. Or they had an anime convention that's crossed over a few times. Then you see a bunch of the little cute anime cosplayers popped up to Exotic. I'd be like, oh, it's Ladies Free Friday. I mean, I wish they would have more of them, like be some sort of communication between, and be like, hey, if somebody's going to go to the tattoo convention, there's a pretty good chance that they didn't know Exotica is going on, and now they're going to buy a pass to Exotica, so they kind of be helping each other out in that aspect. But I mean, what do I know?
Oh, exactly. That's why that 1 year with the convention for the blind, I was like, I could have gotten some nice crossover play there, and
they're like, hey, let me. Do your titties have braille on them? No nipple. No.
It's like, this is the letter C in Braille. Thank you very much. This is the letter A in Braille. Thank you very much.
Here you go.
So let's see. Going back to the Twitter questions, this was another little fun debate. The Big Cooner wants to know pineapple on pizza.
Depends on the pizza. Yes, but don't go under there. Yes, I think that there are circumstances in which you can have pineapple on pizza. Very few, but I do like a good, well done Hawaiian pizza. I know that's probably pretty taboo for people who are pizza connoisseurs, or like a barbecue bacon pizza with maybe a hint of pineapple to make it a little bit of sweet side to it. So like, there's circumstances, but not a lot.
I mean, it's just not my cup of tea.
It doesn't have to be your cup of tea.
Yeah, like I said,
I don't like anchovies or black olives, but I'll let people have those.
Yeah, same here.
Because you know what? I can pick them off.
Yep. Amazon, stop. What
it.
advice would you give to people wanting to start exploring their fetishes?
What was the first part? What advice?
What advice would you give to people just starting to explore the fetish side of themselves?
Now, are you speaking from people wanting to explore it personally on their own with a partner or on film?
Let's break this down. Let's start personally by themselves first.
Personally, I say just have fun with it. I mean, know your limits, know you're not going to do anything or get hurt, do your research in that aspect. Have a spotter if you're but I say just go for it, especially if you're doing it yourself. You're by yourself. There's nobody to feel weird or uncomfortable about. Just delve right in. You never know if you're going to like something unless you try it. If you try it, you don't like it, you never have to do it again. Couples wise, I will say just have an open mind and a lot of communication, because two couples, male, female, 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 male, doesn't matter their genders, they might have completely different ideas as to what XYZ may be. So always listen to what your partner's needs, wants, and desires, and then listen to your partner's limits and questions, and don't judge each other. You're your partners for a reason. And do your research again, research, and getting into the industry, I say listen to as many podcasts as there are out there. Ask your favorite industry member questions. We don't bite unless we're asked to. Follow certain people that you admire on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that jazz, and see what they're doing and get some inspiration. Everything's been done before. I don't think you're being a copycat. Do things that inspire you, that make you curious, that you want to try and explore, and make friends. Everybody in this industry for the 21 years I've been doing this have been more than kind and compassionate and open and understanding and ready and willing to share advice and ideas and help one another. So yeah, just delve right in, or come to a convention too. Meet some of the people that you admire or look up to in the industry face to face and ask some questions.
I'll second that. Go to as many exoticas and set cons. And is night move still a thing?
I think so. I'm not really, like, they are more strip club oriented than anything, and that's not my cup of tea. So I have not been to one in quite some time. I will say also, if you're looking, whether you're solo, couples, or looking to get an industry as far as like kink is, all of these conventions have wonderful, wonderful seminars. So if there's something that interests you, there is, almost a guarantee that Exotica, Fetish Con, XBiz, they're going to have a seminar to teach you more knowledge on it. So you can, fulfill that endeavor.
Yes. What advice would you give the guys wanting to get pegged for their first time?
Jesus Christ, where do I start with that? Probably don't. Most guys, for a lot of things, like we were discussing ball busting, a lot of fetishes are meant to remain fantasies. As far as, being in the industry this long, and I don't do a lot of sessions, but there are some, like ball busting, for example, or trampling, where someone had it in their mind. They loved watching the content of it. It was their favorite thing, and they just constantly fantasized and used that as their, material, thinking about what it would be like to have it done to them. And then when it came down to it, having it done to them ruined it. I'd say a good 75%. Once you experience it and it's no longer a fantasy, you want to move on to the next thing. You didn't enjoy it. It wasn't what you held it up to in your standards. So once it happened, you're kind of let down. Think your imagination can run wild and have all kinds of crazy, fucked up, fun ideas that can't really happen in real life. And pegging is one where it's either you love it or you hate it. If you do want to take that step towards it, make sure you start prepping your diet well in advance. Maybe get a colonic. Start using your fingers and toys well in advance to stretch yourself out, because large things like strap-ons do not go in there just easily. No.
It's not like a magic trick.
No. It's not ready to disappear.
And then it's in your butt.
No. So you got to do a lot of prep work that's not really fun in advance. Again, diet. Clean yourself out. At least 2 enemas before you have it done, and not eat for a good 24 to 48 hours prior. Take some Imodium because that'll kind of stop you up a little bit so there's no accidents. Accidents happen a lot. And already have that mindset. It might happen. Don't be embarrassed. If you're going to be embarrassed, you shouldn't be doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
or you'll try it on camera once, aka like I did with ball blasting, and find out that it's the coolest thing on the planet. And then you want everyone to do it.
And then yes, I have met submissives that wanted everyone to do that to them, and poor thing, I and another model had to step in and tell him, you need to stop or you're going to the hospital during a fetish con one year.
Yeah, like I said, know your limits.
Yeah. I mean, he was taken very
Balls of Palooza, aka go back to the Demon Sea Radio archives.
No, he was not on Demon Sea.
Palooza style?
Way worse. He was having girls tag team and overlap every half hour for a 12-hour period.
Shit.
Yeah, and me and another model who came in very towards the end of the night came in and were like, no, we're not doing this to you. You're not well. You're going to end up having your insides on your outside, and we're going to be taken to the hospital. So, yeah, know your limits.
Yeah.
Be sober for this, too, by the way. Be sober. A lot of people, little drugs or alcohol might loosen you up a little bit. You also don't know your pain threshold at that point in time. So,
yeah, once you get drugs and alcohol into the mix, then your pain threshold goes out the fucking window. And then it's just like you feel like you can take more than you really can, and then you wake up in the morning, you're like, why am I bruised?
You're like, I need stitches.
Yeah, it's like, okay, rule for next time, don't smoke pot before you do a ball blasting session. All right, next.
Yeah, so I'm going to end up the size of grapefruits the next day, but was it worth it?
Speaking of the old Demon Sea Radio days,
yes,
there's one segment you did on Now We Drink with Matt Slayer.
That was, Matt Slayer had a show on the network.
Yeah, and you and Bobby were on there on an episode, and you promised us all something.
I don't even remember. We were drinking Ghost.
Remember you and Matt promising the world a retarded unboxing, baby?
A what unboxing?
A retarded unboxing, baby.
Oh, well, I'm not having kids, and if I did, that would end up retarded. Let's be honest. Drinking, I'm abusing it off to my body.
It was like one of the greatest radio segments, which made me laugh my ass off.
See, that's what I miss about radio is I don't really have a filter, and I don't care if I piss anybody off.
Well, suddenly, like, you guys are just talking about, you said that thing you just said. If I had kids, they'd be retarded.
They would. I mean, I'm just being
we should
honest.
just have
I
a
mean,
baby so we can have a YouTube unboxing retarded baby.
I mean, I'm almost 40. They're all old eggs in there that have experienced a lot of drugs and alcohol in my younger years. So there's nothing good down there in that aspect. But no, I'm never having kids, so that's never actually happening.
That's true. But yeah. And Matt Slayer is awesome.
And yeah, he was X3, I think, so the last time I saw him. Yeah. Which I love X3, and I'm sad I had to miss it this last year.
Yeah, that's the other event I have not made yet.
X3 is wonderful. I love all of the XBiz shows. In fact, XBiz Miami is coming up in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be my first comeback from surgery, is going to that.
Nice. So you're going to be at Exotica in October too?
Yeah, I'll be at New Jersey. Absolutely. I'm sad I missed Chicago. Miami's kind of up in the air. It's kind of a slow event booth wise there. I mean, I know it's actually really, really big for like content creation and models and talent getting together, but I'm also already going to be in Miami for XBiz. So we'll see if Connor gets a booth down there. I'll make it a point to pop down. Otherwise, I will definitely be at FetishCon and definitely be at Exotica, New Jersey.
You see, Exotica, New Jersey is my home show, so I have no excuse. I'm an hour away from the place.
Precisely.
I'll be there, and I'm thinking maybe checking out DC this year. I had to miss Chicago because I already got medically cleared to start traveling again that week.
I don't know. Maybe it was just an off year. it was very dead.
Yeah,
last year. So I don't think I will be back to DC. I mean, maybe I just got really unlucky in this last year. It was absolutely dead for whatever reason.
I heard that DC was like dead 2 years in a row.
I don't know. This last December was the only time I've gone, and that's the first time I've actually ever even been in DC. The weather was kind of bleh, so I know that puts a lot of people off from, I mean, it was cold and raining, which is a double negative. And quite frankly, from Florida, I wouldn't venture outside. So that could have been a huge factor.
To me, it's more the time of the year that they put the DC show on.
I understand why conventions do this. Cause again, like, yeah, Miami in summer, yeah. But, Jersey and DC when it's cold out, huh? And I mean, Chicago, it's still cold in April too. But you at FetishCon in August, our hottest month of the year in latex and leather. It's because it's easier for conventions to coerce cities to let them run, especially an adult convention.
Yeah.
In an off season, so then there's also less chance of controversy with people. Oh my God, I can't believe you're throwing an adult convention when your family's on vacation. So I mean, I get why they do it during off seasons. It also brings more tourism for the convention during an off season then too.
Definitely. But the only one I have locked down is Jersey, and I already got my hotel and all that. And
I have not gone that far in life. I don't even have my hotel for FetishCon. Yeah.
Like I said, that's because of the one hotel I really, really, really wanted. I know I'll procrastinate.
Mm-hmm. I'm bad about that.
2 weeks before the convention, it's like, nah, we're sold out. And I'm not going to deal with the place I had last year ever again.
Okay, same happened this last year to me. I was like, it's fine. There's always rooms available. I'm like, nope, like 3 of the hotels up there went out of business. So.
And then I wound up cutting a Sunday out last year because I froze my ass off in the hotel room because the heater broke.
Not cool. They also moved the host hotel, didn't they? It's like further north.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not one of the Sheraton. It's like some other hotel.
Might be fun. Mm-hmm.
Yep. You know, what are some of your? Do you have any set horror stories?
As far as
Like
things that have happened, or
like things that have happened. What was like one of the worst things you've ever experienced on a fetish set?
I never really experienced anything horrific. I mean, funny things like a pegging scene, somebody poops themselves, or I had a fake pussy eating scene where my head was literally just under her skirt and I'm trying not to laugh hysterically under there. And she's laughing hysterically because she can tell I'm laughing by the way I'm shaking. And then she farted. So that happened. I mean, I am very lucky that nothing super horrible has happened. The most horrible shit that happens is girls don't show up, or they show up 4 hours late, or they show up extremely drunk and piss the bed. That's also happened. Yeah. Or it's not horrible, it was funny. Actually, we had her on air. I had a model stay over and she was doing coffee enemas in my bathroom. So
I remember that.
It was a funny experience because I was like, I've never seen anybody. I get to brew coffee for somebody for them to put it up their butt. That's fucking cool. So I mean, that was fun. I have much more fun stuff than really bad stuff in any way, shape, or form. I'm lucky in that aspect.
Sweet. Back to the Twitter questions. Do you have a favorite dinosaur?
Littlefoot.
Littlefoot.
Is that showing my age?
Nice. It just took me a minute to get the reference.
I'm not clarifying it either for people who aren't like elderly. Don't know what it is. I'm not stuck on that.
Exactly. Good Google it. It just took me a minute because I haven't heard the name Littlefoot in a while.
It came up on like a millennial meme on Instagram the other day, and I'm like, ah! It's like, if you know this movie, it's time to go get your retinol. And I'm like, fuck.
Now I'm gonna do some Googling myself to find that to watch that movie later. Because are you streaming anything cool at the moment? Binging anything?
I just watched Three Body World or Three Body System. I think it's Three Body World. Three Body System. It's on Netflix. That was cool. I'm watching Fallout. Kind of fell off the wagon of watching that because I have ADHD pretty bad.
I haven't even started it yet. My one of my producers is in love with the show.
It's great, and it really, really, really reflects off of the video game very well. I'll watch like 4 episodes in a row and then forget that that's what I was watching and then start watching something else, like the OA. Is it? Yeah, it's OA.
Yeah, I've been binging recently just old South Park, and I discovered Ted over on Peacock, which I'm loving.
Peacock's one of the apps I do not actually have.
But
too much.
Yeah.
Speech on. Press on to unlock. Page 1 of 2. Adjust speech off.
Okay. Sorry about that. My fingers.
Computer's telling you what to do. Tell her.
I'm technology's bitch.
Well, tell her thank you, because when they take over, she'll give you a pass.
Hope no. The way I talk to my technology, that'd be the first one they kill.
I tell Siri thank you.
I remember the time that you said that you were gonna fucking kill us. You're the first people.
Mine's probably gonna be like, I remember how many times you smacked me dead on my face. I'm like, sorry.
So, you have a YouTube channel now too?
I've had multiple YouTube channels. I've started trying to revamp the old one I've had, especially because they let me change my screen name to actual Miss Whitney Morgan. I think I had to have it like Miss Whitney Morgan and spell out .com because I had to keep coming up with different variations, just like Instagram, of my name. But after, I guess, a forgiveness program, I'm sure is, what they might have, or they just completely forget that they banned Miss Whitney Morgan on there before. But I am trying to revamp my YouTube and have more PG friendly stuff like foodie tasting and experiments in that nature. Trying to get more girls to come over, and guys, I don't discriminate. I don't care. Taste weird, crazy, hot, spicy foods. I have actually an array of hot sauces that were featured on Hot Ones. There's a great spice shop by me that carries a bunch of them, and I would love to try to get some girls or guys or anybody that's gullible to try it with me. But I mean, especially if TikTok goes down, I would like somewhere to transfer all of those videos to. Or if I get kicked off Instagram again.
They're always kicking one of us off. I actually think that's their hobby. It's like, let's see how many people in the adult industry we can kick off today.
Lots.
Yeah. I only got kicked off once so far, and I'm knocking wood.
You better knock on wood right the fuck now.
Yeah. And what I did is I innocently made a joke about running an escort service with a friend of mine. And like, you're promoting human trafficking by...
Did you type it out or did you verbally say it?
I typed it.
There you go. There's your problem. The system's not smart enough to catch up on voice. Never mind. It's getting there.
Yeah, probably could have made a couple mistakes somewhere along the way.
Hey, Adam, it's me. Sorry, I just got back.
I scared the shit out of me.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
This is my producer, one of my producers, JD Wills. JD, this is Whitney.
Hi. Disappeared again.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good. He's just got back from his civilian day job, so that's why we haven't had any images or anything flashing yet.
I didn't know there were going to be images flashing.
I was thinking of doing this one or two. But do you have a favorite cosplay that you would like to do?
I just commissioned Liz River to do an evil Supergirl costume for me, and post lipo and titties, it finally fits me right. I would like to script up something where I have the whole demise of the regular Supergirl character, the innocent Supergirl, into the bad Supergirl. I just haven't really figured out a plan as to how to script that out or how it's going to happen, but it's a thought, it's an idea. I like to go down that path. I also love being Lady Joker. That's a lot of fun. It just takes it out of my hair because I always prefer dyeing my hair green over wearing a wig. Hate wigs.
Nice.
Hate wigs. Hate them. Itchy, scratchy, they're hot. So yeah, it's not good on my hair, but it's fun to play.
Sweet. JD, can you bring up that picture I sent you via Messenger, please? It's one of my favorite Whitney Morgan cosplay pics, and it's the pride and joy of my personal cosplay collection.
Ooh. I'll wait in suspense.
Yeah, because unfortunately I cannot show the video that was shot with it on YouTube because I
don't think they like a lot of stuff that I do, so
they're used to me. I've gotten away with a lot of crap here.
Well, lucky you.
All right, once again, knock on wood, because it evens out every now and then.
Touche. Ah, see, I want to turn that Supergirl into bad Supergirl, but I haven't figured out a plan yet.
Yeah, and this is one of my favorite custom. This is a still from one of my favorite customs that you did for me,
Why, thank you.
which was Supergirl eating pizza.
Super turns me to super slut. Duh.
Yep.
Damn, my hair was blonde in that. It's that too.
So that was a blast. So are you back to doing customs?
Yeah, I am back to doing non-nude stuff for now. I'll probably be open to shooting nudity for customs come May. My 3-month post-op appointment is next week, so I'll get an estimate as to where the scar. I'm very, very pale, so scars aren't my friend.
Okay.
So I've got little incisions everywhere from the lipo and then under the boobs for the titties. So I'm waiting until a lot of that scarring goes away for stuff, or it's to a point where I can get it tattooed over. But yeah, most of the stuff on the body is either in a tattoo because my doctor was really cool about trying to hide the incisions in the tattoos.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Great doctor, great doctor. I'm glad I waited 20 years to find him. But there's certain ones I'm like, I want to wait till that goes away, or wait till they drop a little bit more. Hmm?
I was just trying to rethink of the Twitter questions that I memorized, and I think I got all the good ones.
Oh, there were a lot of them. There
Yeah,
were a lot of them.
that there were. Was that the real Demon Seed radio account that?
Yeah, that's Bobby. That was actually Bobby that jumped in. Yeah,
All right, so.
it's actually Bobby. Yes, he's probably listening.
I was tempted to shoot him a link and go, hey, if you want to debate this on air, you're more than welcome to come on.
If what, huh?
I almost sent I was about to send him an email saying if you want to debate this with us about your weird little booger fetish, and please come
local to he's local to me again, so I can rope him in one of these days and just or just surprise him.
Yeah, because any chance of Demon Sea Radio coming back, or
that's a Bobby question. I mean, it'd be super cool and awesome. I definitely have more time on my hands, focusing more on working my own content, my own productions versus traveling and shooting for a lot of other people. So my schedule has finally panned out to make things a lot easier. So maybe since he has recently come back to Orlando, maybe, I hope so. Be super cool and awesome.
Oh yeah. I thank you guys for being the first major network that I was allowed to be on.
Of course.
And I don't think I would have gotten this star without you guys.
Well, it all originated with taboo fetish talk back in the day. I don't want to toot mine and Sydney screams the horn, but
you still in touch with Sydney?
Yeah, all the time.
One of these is I need to reach out to her.
You should. Sydney's fucking awesome. She's a big comic book nerd too. I didn't tell you that, but she's a big comic book nerd.
All right, cool. And that's been one of the reasons. My only regret is I did not make it to TechCon the year that George Perez told me to calm down.
It's sad. Everybody kind of knew in a way, shape, or form that he was on the decline, but no one had expected it that soon.
I spoke to him like 3 weeks before he passed. He's like, and I kind of knew that something was up when he started canceling his last 2 kidnapping appearances on the tour that year.
Be grateful you got to speak to him in his final days, though.
Oh yeah, I'm more than Is there any customs that you would not make? Amazon,
would-
stop.
that I would not make. I just turned down one a couple days ago.
Anything that, like when you look at it, you go, "Nah, this is too fucked even for me."
I'm like, I just turned one down the other day. I'm like, let me see if I deleted it out of my emails or not. I won't do it as oh Jesus, I have emails I need to answer. I will not do anything that will cause physical harm, actual real physical harm to me. I must have deleted it. It had waterboarding in it, and
Damn.
yeah, waterboarding, and I believe real, like, it's called a goat rope. Basically, it's a noose.
Yeah,
But
I know what it is.
not hanging, it's around. Yeah. I won't do anything where there is an extreme potential for me to actually get hurt. I won't do anything, and I have a serious fear of being underwater, so also will not do anything. Huh?
I relate to that. I almost drowned when I was a kid, so that scarred me for life.
Yeah, I was in the YMCA learning to swim as a toddler, and I swear it must have been kids that got in trouble and they were doing some sort of, like, community service, because they kept pushing my head under the water. So
Yeah.
those are my first experiences of being in a pool, was being forced underwater by teenagers as a toddler. So I hate being underwater. So I won't do anything underwater. I obviously won't do anything being waterboarded. That ekes me out. Nothing where I'm actually physically going to get hurt. Nothing illegal. I mean, I get requests for stuff that, like crushing. I don't know how anybody is even still asking for that or shooting it, but I guess there are still a lot of people that want to see animal crushing, and of all people to ask that, I'm like, what the fuck? I won't do anything that's going to cause extreme physical harm to somebody else unless they're into it. My cat is crawling behind the couch, little jerk. I don't like bleeding. So
Yeah,
nothing
I can
wrong.
relate to that too.
Huh?
I can relate to that.
I mean, I'm cool bleeding during tattoos, but that's where we draw the line. So, I mean, I do have a long list of things where I'm like, mm-mm.
Yeah, that's
Most of them are pretty, like, stereotypical, obvious.
yeah. You still doing the baking thing, or?
I bought a house. We're going on 2 years now, actually. Bought a house just under 2 years ago, and I'm not very stoked with the kitchen here. I don't have as much space. There are a lot of cabinets, but I don't have a lot of countertop space, so it's kind of difficult for me to do anything in like a mass quantity. Plus, I mean, I did a lot more of the baking stuff because I had the downtime with COVID and not being convention, so I had more time to dedicate at home. I still do bake. I still do cook for friends that are over, try new experiments. But as far as like shipping things out, shipping costs have gone through the roof.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, it's like, I don't feel right telling somebody you're going to spend almost $50 for a dozen cookies because it's going to cost me $25 just to ship them.
Yep. And you have to just shame because I bought my mother. I ordered cookies to you for my mother's birthday that year, and she swallowed the whole dozen, I think, within about an hour.
Excellent. I also had liposuction this last January, and I don't want to catch back up to that. That is another problem. When you're baking and cooking constantly, I taste things to make sure stuff's okay. Because what if I put in a cup of salt instead of a cup of sugar because I wasn't paying attention or I was drinking in the kitchen? Yeah,
Yeah.
So I don't want to catch back up to that. So I don't need the bad influence of me constantly having baked goods in the household.
Yeah.
And you know you're going to make too much. Rather make too much than not enough.
Yeah. Like I said, I just starting to do portion controls.
It's hard.
And it's just like, I just try to keep anything that I don't want, I just try not to bring into the house. So like that will just eliminate the problem.
I try that. I try to have that level of self-control. That's when you grocery shop when you're not hungry, and it helps a little bit.
I fuck that up all the time.
Well,
I have a bad habit of oversleeping in the morning and then like having shitty breakfasts.
I hear fasting is a big thing. Everybody keeps telling me about that, so I don't know. Maybe I skip breakfast most of the time anyway, so
Yeah.
Can't live without coffee though.
Coffee is a gift from God. Coffee and just one Red Bull a day for me.
Those are bad for your kidneys. So be careful.
Yeah, but the one Red Bull a day is what's been kept me clean and sober for almost 7 years now.
All right, I'm proud of you then. If you drink too many of them, there are things in them that are really bad for your kidneys. But something's gonna kill us anyways. Fuck it, have fun.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, I had a friend who was just driving home from doing his Easter shopping and got into a severe car accident.
Jesus.
So that's made me look at things a bit differently.
Absolutely. You never know.
Yep. Well, Whitney, I from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for being one of my best friends within the industry, one of my mentors.
Aw, why thank you.
And putting up with, the multitude of questions that I've asked over the years.
You can ask me all the questions you want. If I got answers, I'll give them to you.
Yes.
I don't have all the answers, though. I hate to tell you.
No, but every time, one thing that you really helped me out with in the last couple of years, to a point where I'm comfortable being a New Yorker at the moment, was helping me figure out the whole West Coast versus East Coast thing.
Y'all hate each other. I don't know why. We're just cooler in the East Coast. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, and I kind of like having a city that I can walk around in.
Yeah, I love Orlando for that aspect. I mean, I can't walk around in it as far as like local transportation level, but it's safer.
Yeah, I guess I always just have to make my way back to Orlando, preferably not like in May or June, like June or August. I was only there for MegaCon.
I've yet to go. Oh wait, MegaCon was here. I'm thinking Comic-Con. I'm like, I've yet to go to a Comic-Con. I have gone to MegaCon. I didn't go this last year. I think they bopped it up earlier in the year.
Yeah, they it was like really early in February this year for some reason.
Why?
I have no clue.
I was still recovering, and I was like, "What the? Why? Why is it so early?" Lame.
I saw it and I was like, because I had the worst first 3 months of the year anyone can have, with just like one health issue after another. So I was like, okay.
You gotta focus on yourself. That's what's most important.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to get bronchitis, a double ear infection, and COVID twice.
Twice in a row? Like back to back?
It was almost about a couple of weeks. It was like about a month and a half apart from one another.
That is fucking wild.
Well, everyone I live with works in the medical field, so they brought it home with them as gifts.
Those bastards.
Like I said, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything. And just everyone Google Miss Whitney Morgan, and you'll find her everywhere on the internet where she's at.
I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Reddit. I'm on Cameo. I'm on Threads. I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff. Did I say YouTube?
Yeah. How is Cameo for you?
I love Cameo. I am very, very happy Kitty Quinn influenced me and recommended me to go on there. I love it. I think it's a lot of fun. It's great doing shout outs for fans, and it's a great way to connect with fans that are curious about customs too, because I only do like 1 minute ish cameos. It's just meant for like shout outs and like quick pep talks or little PG fetishy things, stuff you can get away with on Instagram and YouTube level, you know.
Oh yeah, exactly. I heard the cameo is probably even more,
Actually,
pretty good about that stuff than anywhere else.
it's not as PC as Instagram, and YouTube's been pretty cool with me lately on somewhere. But
YouTube's driving me crazy lately with everything.
they've been wonderful to me so far. With the new one I have.
I guess I never know what's going to trigger the bot, the YouTube bots or not.
We're not triggering it today.
Well, you have yourself an amazing night, and thank you for everything, my friend.
I'm going to be editing all night and transferring things to a 16 terabyte hard drive because this laptop said, fuck you. So,
oh, wow. Is that why you were updating your laptop?
Huh?
Is that why you were updating your laptop?
No, Windows just forced an update, but I got so
it was one of those?
Oh, it forces them all the time. I'm like, this is not.
Yeah,
No, it's when it's the worst
Windows,
time. That's one of the worst time. It's like, hey, I know you're about to do something, but stop.
Just letting you know, I'm not gonna say it publicly, but if you ever want to switch to the dark side, let me know.
I need to because they're much better computers.
We'll be in touch. And once again, sorry for scaring the absolute shit out of you.
It made it for a way better episode. I mean, come on. We're here to entertain the masses.
There you go.
Yeah, but Whitney, you have a great night, and we will definitely be in touch because, I may have an idea I want to pitch.
Say what?
I said I may have an idea I want to pitch.
Oh, I thought you said something, bitch. I'm like, wait, what?
No.
All right, I'm all about ideas. Holler at me.
All right, cool. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye. JV, I'm sorry there wasn't much more than the amount of pictures that I sent. I just,
no, it's totally fine, man. Totally fine. What's up, guys? I'm sorry. I fucking
no problem.
Came in late. Didn't want to interrupt mostly. But
yeah, not a problem, man. How was your day at the office?
Oh, man. My day was fine until the last hour.
Yeah.
So we got had a couple shout outs. Big Remo said, hold up. Jason
hey, what's up, Big Remo?
Jason said, what up to Whitney? Then he said, what up to you? Then he said, and you might be.
Jason, thank you for the love and support.
Then he told Whitney he's not going to New Jersey Exotica because of the house.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's just a recap what happened since I've gotten
here.
To
everyone in the chat, I apologize. Did not have a man in the chair to 2/3 into the show. I did not check the chat. I do apologize. What's that?
No, I was just saying.
Besides, it's mostly Jason anyways.
I mean, yeah, it was just work obligations.
No. Hey, man, you got to pay the bills. Someone has to make sure people have their Apple products.
Yeah.
We all have to
it
have
was a madhouse.
Anyway.
Anywho.
So, as always, JV, I thank you for everything you do for the channel.
Always, bro.
Everyone, I am JV Wheels everywhere on the internet. Once again, just Google Miss Whitney Morgan. She's everywhere. Everyone who left me comments and questions on Twitter, thank you. That was awesome and amazing. Remember, please go chase your dreams. You just might catch them. You don't need sight to have a vision. Keep one foot in the gutter and one fist in the gold. Be too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Twitter at the Comic Pimp or X at the Comic Pimp. Instagram at the Real Blind Adam. Mini Dudes at Blind Adam. Whatnot at Comic Pimp VIP. Rumble at Awesome Sauce Radio, but I have nothing up there yet. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. 1 in the pink, 2 in the stink. Love you all. Blind Adam out.